Imagine for a moment that you are on a journey, but not a grand, exciting one, just a simple walk through your everyday life. Now, what if I told you that one tiny shift in your habits, something barely noticeable at first, could completely change where that journey leads? Atomic habits are like the 1% change that over time lead to significant improvements. Imagine a plane changing its course by just 1 degree. At first, it's barely noticeable, but over time, that tiny shift could land the plane in a completely different country. This is the compound effect at play. It's the same principle that turns a small saving account into a fortune after years of consistent deposits. Habits work the same way. Tiny, seemingly insignificant actions compound over time. The problem is, we often expect results too quickly, and when we don't see them, we give up. Here's where many people get stuck. Most of us try to build habits by focusing on goals. We say things like, I want to lose weight, or I want to save money. But the truth is, goals alone don't lead to lasting change. To create lasting habits, you need to shift your identity. Instead of saying, I want to be fit, start saying, I'm a fit person. Instead of, I want to write a book, say, I'm a writer. All habits follow a simple loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. The cue is what triggers your brain to start the habit. The craving is the desire behind the habit. The response is the action you take, and the reward is the satisfaction you get from it. To build great habits, we can tweak this loop. To make any habit stick, we have four simple laws. Let's break them down one by one. The first law is to make your habits obvious. If you want to drink more water, leave a water bottle in plain sight. If you want to read more books before going to sleep, leave a book by your bed. The second law is to make your habits attractive. Your brain is hardwired to pursue rewards. So if you make your new habit something you look forward to, you're more likely to stick to it. The third law is to make your habits easy, reduce friction. If your goal is to cook more at home, have your kitchen prepared and ingredients ready. If you want to write, set up your workspace so it's ready to go. The easier you make it, the more likely you are to follow through. Start small. Habits are easier to maintain when they are not overwhelming. And finally, make it satisfying. We are more likely to repeat a habit if it feels good afterwards. This is why tracking your progress is so powerful. Even just checking off a habit on a calendar gives your brain a little dopamine hit. Find ways to reward yourself, even if it's something simple like acknowledging your efforts. Breaking bad habits works the same way, just in reverse. To stop a bad habit, make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. Hide the cues, reduce the appeal, and increase the friction. Often, progress feels slow because we are stuck in what's called the plateau of latent potential. This is the phase where you are putting in the work but not yet seeing any results. It's where most people give up. But remember, progress takes time, and the flat line will eventually turn into an upward curve. Atomic Habits reminds us that real lasting change doesn't come from massive shifts, but from small, consistent actions. It's about patience. It's about showing up daily. It's about trusting the process. So, what habits will you start today? What tiny shift will you make that can change your life over time? Remember, it's the small, daily habits that add up to extraordinary outcomes.